1st and 10. It's Jackson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. The toss here completed to Pittman. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing on 1st down is Lock. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. Lindsay, 1st down and more than that. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 16 yards, a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Now to the air. Lock sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you tip.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Second and 10 now from the 27. To throw again, Jackson. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Colts.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Colts nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Now Jackson on 1st down. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Broncos 14-yard line.
Again, Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
First down, Indianapolis.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
He's out of bounds.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Locke to throw. Incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Locke's throw caught by Sutton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Again, it's Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Locke now on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Locke throwing on target to Fan. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was
no escape for Locke, and he'll go down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Jackson now off the bootleg. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 16 yards, a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
You circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And Jackson throwing once more. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
First down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jackson will throw again. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
I don't want to see what's served, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets,
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
3 down, 3 down. Yep. 49 to Mike, 49. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Hey.
Here's Locke. And this throw will be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A gain of 6 there on first.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Locke. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards that pick up there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Locke looks to throw it again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Check. Lucky. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
4-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Jackson now down around his goal line. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
5-yard pickup on
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing is Jackson. Open man is Ross, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Yards on the play. Brings up.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Welcome back now to Denver. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken from just outside the 30. A Nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Check 24, check 24. Lock it. Look 3. Pick the edge. Ready.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 42. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Watch the safety squeeze. Get in there.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Block on target there to Fant, the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
3rd and
8. Shotgun snap to Lock. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Jackson to throw. He dumps this off to Mack, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And this one's incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. The toss here completed to Pittman. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intercepted. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Locke going to get this out quickly. Sutton with it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Check 26, check 26.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. 49 the mic, 49 the mic. Yo.
Back to throw, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Locke and Sutton on the connection there for a Denver first down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
47-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Watch the twist. Check Nick. Big out. You're out. 36.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he stopped immediately there. Gordon, maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
Ready, set. Lock 49. Coming to you. Come out, man. Lock it.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47.
Today's final score, Broncos.
Charles.